we shoot videos and so many tumultuous things happening in the country. Jacob Zuma arrested and his fans not happy. In Cape Town, there's been shootings, Zama taxi drivers. The EFF is marching as well to the border in Swaziland because King Mswati, we understand there, is oppressing his people. You've played in Swaziland as well. Since our shows on the backdrop, every time people go on TV and they go on radio, it's not like everything is perfect in the world. We do these shows on the backdrop of a lot of social upheaval. Otherwise, when I'm fit, how was this week? What are some of the news items that you saw on the news that caught your eye? Maybe in the politics or social in David Tone. What are some of the things that you picked up? This thing is problematic.
Nkululeko.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the news mine ekhote amehlo ami nendlebe zami ukulalela ileka former president Jacob Zuma. A leader has never happened in the entire world whereby the president or the former president will be arrested. Ayingishayile kakhulu. Mangicheka, I'm sure, yes, there's nobody above the law. And umthetho bavezile ngaye compliment kunenyingwenya. It might sound as laughable, this thing enyingwenya ekhuluma into. As a member of politician, it's a compliment to congratulations to Jacob, former president Jacob Zuma for Goba accept to. It might sound laughable, it's a reality. We're talking about diversity. If you're gonna be the first example, a former president, it dent your name, the reputation. Yeah, it's only a man on understanding a more deeper witty. There's always the first time in life. So,
it is true what you're saying, actually, Wuti. Look, it was not easy because they gave him a 5-day deadline and then a 3-day deadline. It actually took 5 days at Lula, not 3 days at Lula, until 11:30 on last 30 minutes, 3 days. It's such a big deal. It's such a big deal, and there were a lot of upheavals as well. What we understand, in the case at end, there's a lot of people blocking about N2, Nan. We just hope, as a country, we don't tear each other apart on behalf of our politicians. But anyway, just to open the show, I thought, let me just ask you, what are some of the news that caught your eye?
Yeah, touching, very touching. Sikhuluma former leader, obviously, the sustain is a corner, but it's very touching. Anyone can be arrested. We need to. And right, I'm praying. I believe in praying. We need to pray the God. Studying our ancestors way to Guti. Be play for a country. We are born people from KZN, but my friends got Jacob Zuma, our former president. And in Ngapa, everybody is been saying, even member of politicians, there's nobody above the law. Abanya Bantu. And if they can do research properly, there are many people and I'm sure about on top, but it catches my eyes.
There you go. Absolutely, man. Without trying to turn you away from the show, so we're not going to try and offend you. We understand that you guys love your politicians, but when we do shows, Junior Khanye is on TV and sometimes I'm on TV too. We are on radio and we are on YouTube. When we do shows, and these things exist on YouTube, they exist on Facebook, and they stay there forever. We don't delete these videos. Sometimes, if you watch this from 2 years from now or 10 years from now, you should be able to hear, okay, so this game, or they were talking about this, Chiefs signed players or Sundowns signed players, but at the same time in South Africa, there was so much chaos. You need to understand that it's not all about entertainment all the time. You listen to Massive Metro, Massive 11 is the name of the show, and we talk all things football here, 064-525-0513. We got a lot of your voice notes. We thank you very much, our people on Facebook. We're talking about a lot of things happening. Nkwanda Mngonyama, Pokheza Sanoka, Goodman Mosele, also joining, signed by Orlando Pirates. There was also, just 30 minutes ago, or an hour ago, Sundowns announcing Pavel Safranco, Grant Kekana joining them as well. We'll talk about a lot of those signings, mostly on the show. Newa Mayema from Bloemfontein Celtic joining as part of that crew with Sundowns as well. Kaizer Chiefs, Ohlanti, Ongobo, Obiza Peterson, a lot of the players signing with Kaizer Chiefs. Or they've been signed, they just were announced in the last hour. It's like the Pirates announced earlier this week, and then the Sundowns and the Chiefs in the last 2 hours they announced as well. So we'll hear from you in your voice notes about that. Also talk about Gavin Hunt joining in Chippa United. Let's listen to some of the voice notes, and then perhaps that will give us a direction on where to start. And as always, we thank you very much for sending your voices and what you think about some of the developments that were happening in the country. 064 525 0513. It gets crazy sometimes. You don't even know where to start, but let's start somewhere. Perhaps let's start here.
Yeah, Nkululeko, my brother. Yeah, umenzi vethu mntuba. Ngithi amakhosi for life. Mahla ama-signings yabo. Khombisa ukuthi le i-ban le ya 2 windows vethu isebenzele kakhulu yabo. So bakonile ukuthi behlale phansi babuke i-performance ye-team. So ngavela ama-player lawa nabelindelwe nanoma ubani umlandeli we-Chiefs noma umlandeli webhola since i-Chiefs kuyi-brand enkulu kangaka ukuthi
Hello, my name is Sheikh Mashaba. You are listening to the Massive 11, the mecca of football lovers.
Hey, my brother, this is Nicholas from King Williamstown. The signing of Njabulo Ngcobo, what a good addition for Amakosi. They've been shaky at the back. They've tried all sorts of combinations, but it didn't work, especially locally with the TV Premiership. So the addition of Ngcobo, it's going to add a lot of stability at the back, but I still think they need more at the back. They need more, especially.
Lego, my brother, no junior. So far so good in Naturela. So far so good in Nogo. Ayazama phe Naturela ko akonto ibed. Hey. Okay, benanda nibone success ku-Chippa United. Only 3 months nje umushele CV yakhe. Orlando Pirates. I don't know what they're gonna do. Kwanamunyama nibone success ku-Pirates. It's Tulan Thatcher number 2.
My name is Miriam Gamani, and you are listening to Massive 11, the mecca of football lovers.
All right, welcome back to Massive 11 on Massive Metro. Thank you so much. 064 525 0513. We're not going to be able to address all the voice notes, but we'll try as much as we can in this show to be able to, play some of the voice notes. Maybe the best place to start is Gavin Hunt. He's at Chippa United unexpectedly. There were some rumors that were linking him with a move to Zambia, since the Chiefs, and so on and so forth. But what do you make of that at Chippa United? I mean, it's not a stable environment, but number one, Chippa uzoba a manager instead of a coach. They're going to give him an opportunity to sign his players. Uroy Minanjeli as well, former colleague yakhe kwi-Wits, Hellenic, has also been roped in as a technical director. What do you make of that, Kevin Hunt joining Chippa United?
Yeah, ama-coaches ase-South Africa, merry-go-round kakhulu. Le PSL, GSTV Premiership, merry-go-round is no longer interesting. Benza into as obvious. Ngiya-understand umsebenzi. But Gavin Hunt going to Chippa United, it's a worst team whereby in the entire world, whereby they've ever signed chase coaches, especially coaches. That is never. I guess yenzeke lento enzo Chippa Mr. Mbengesi Nkululeko, whereby ngonyaka oyi-1 uqosha ama-coach more than 4. I don't think he's signing contract with these coaches. I-CCMA kanti ayisathetshina. Lengwenye sesenaleyo mali ukuthi ngalanda nabo Gavin Hunt. So it's truly amazing. Ngizosibhlungu kakhulu ngoba one you going to Chippa United. Ngikhuluma ngoGavin. Phela him ku-Kaizer Chiefs asana 3 years angawuqeda unyaka. Kungukuthi i-Kaizer Chiefs usually they don't do that. It's something Gavin bekumele asigetle man yabo thatha isikhathi sakhe. Aye teamini whereby is going to revive, whereby they will support the finance, structure seem more better. I understand. I wouldn't mind if bebangabe mangabe uhamba Kaizer Chiefs alinde SuperSport icheck ukuthi kwenza kanjani.
I was actually interested to see if he could.
Yeah,
I actually
are you reviver?
I wrote about that and I said, SuperSport would actually be a very good environment.
Yeah, are you reviver because they play style of play similar la sakhe European style. Ichime ngamsutha ngoba uKevin bamazi lapha kuSuperSport bane historic grand naye. I'm sure bebazomekezelela la buya khona bebazophinde bamekezelela ukuthi kuChiefs in style of play sayo iKaizer Chiefs ayifane SuperSport. Beyanga revive in the right way. Now, going to the Chippa, another step going down. Cause ngeke ibe mnandi Nkululeko ukuthi ukuhamba kwakhe lapha. I'm sure makazothi Mr. Mpengesi Gavin is more of a manager. We're gonna allow him to sign. Budget imali ingakanani. Do they have a budget whereby they will give him baphampe ukuthi asana ama players? Ichairman imnika isikhathi esikanani? Ngeke imqoshe njengabanye na. So anyaxolisa kakhulu.
Those are very good questions, and because this is your show, you are the best person to answer. Maybe let me throw them back to you. Number one, we know no one lasts a season at Chippa. It would be the first time in their history to last a season. We know generally in a season they change up to 5 coaches, sometimes 6 or 7 coaches. How long do you think is going to stay there? Because remember, ngamagama ka Chippa emlonyeni wakhe athi uzoba imanager, ndimnike technical director oyichomi yakhe out yakhe Roy Minanjeli. I'm giving him everything. So he's saying or he's implying that he's going to last for a long time.
What is
a long time ka Chippa. How long do you expect him to be there?
Uhlala shobonke usho kanje. Wena uyababuyisa. Ubuyile uTenten zombili wabuya naku namanje uCM wambili wabuya. It's unprofessional. Into azikhuluma azithembisi. You understand? So makazothi is gonna last forever Kevin and ama expectations ka Kevin kanjani. Chippa inambekele yona mandate ukuthi akumele ayibeke phezulu kwetafula. There's a lot of expectations ku Kevin Hunt. A high profile coach obviously uKevin owina ku SuperSport baningi abantu abamrateayo lo mina ngisifene yakhe but obviously kunezinto azwinile and take nothing away from him zimbeka kwenye imap mara ukuthi kuKaizer Chiefs angenzi well and then asukele kuChippa manje athi is giving him everything uChippa statement esengalesa I'm not too sure whether he's talking from the bottom of my heart or bekuthi adlulisa inkulumo ku media. He's been saying that to many people.
You make a good point because I said to someone, every time Chippa employs someone, it's like he's got a new girlfriend. This time it's going to be different.
What is expected from him? Because UCM was a good coach from Bloemfontein Celtics. We were watching their team and with unknown players mostly. Wayenza le team yaba yenye into amthatha wathi ngibuzile mina bamsigna almost ukhuluma into ezinjengalezi what was expected from uCM couldn't last and then nini yambuyisa so abantu abanjengabo Chippa Mpengesi they're not trusted so mina ngibathembi hayi angimthembi and him and Kevin Hunt he want to be bossy ivar ufuna ukusayina and lengwenye question ukuthi izomvumela ukuthi asayine na and once wasayina what is expect ukuthi kenzakale Mela win each and every game, and which is highly impossible. Team ayihlangana overnight. So Nkululeko inkinga enkulu ezoba inkulu. Inkomo ezithu esibana hlala uKevin Hunt akafuna ucontrol that much. uKevin want to be boss para. And uKevin want to funa ama player why ama high profile players. A mix mhlambe ngaba khona le 1 or 2 players but high profile players uKevin umuntu osebenza ngabo. uChippa uzoyana epoketini. And maka ipoketeni go expect in ku Kevin Hunt. So angiboni mina uqeda nonyaka. Unyaka mningi kakhulu manje. uKevin kuChippa ama results kuChippa mamela wonke umuntu my brother. uChippa is bheka umuntu ongathembisi. Uqoshe you know what sekaqosha abantu abaningi bengacabanga ukuthi angabaqosha. So Kevin Hunt angahlulwa yini ukuthi amfake igate my brother.
Yeah, I mean, you make very good points. It's very difficult to argue against what you're saying because, I mean, as a part-timers, we listen to radio, we read the news, we know what Chippa is about. Maybe as a last one on this point, we keep it moving. 26 minutes past the hour, 5 o'clock, we're listening to Massive Metro, massivemetro.com. We are watched by hundreds of people, close to 1,000 people on our Facebook, and of course, close to over 500 people watching us live on YouTube as well. But thank you very much. MassiveMetro.com is where you will hear the most perfect version of the audio as well. 0645250513. If you want to know the topics, just go to our Facebook. I usually post them an hour or 2 hours before the show. That's why we already voice notes. We won't even be able to play all of them, but we thank you very much for always supporting us. Last one on this point. We know season starting in August, so do we give him up until December? What's your timeline? How long do you think it can last?
Ifuna Nkululeko le ifuna proper research. Sibuza uChrist straight nenyanya ngoba anamhlanje ebusuku bangamtshela ukuthi hayi no indoda wejoking. Wejoking. No effect ngaphandle kwejoke 6 months kimi Nkululeko. Izobanzima nayo ukuthi ayiqede. Elengwenya le Nkululeko. Remember survey relocation. I'm Thembu Gavin. La buyakhona didn't do well. He's lost so many games and improper record. Even the respect to Kevin anayo uqala phansi sort of. Yes, corner this thing identity ukuthi the history of him. You always have this thing. You trust ukuthi Kevin Hunt. Uke wayenza 1 2 3 4. But remember people abanjengabo Chippa mpengisi bafuna into yamanje. Yabo ufuna okuningi uKevin. Gavin Hunt is a high-profile coach. Obviously, budget is about indlela. And uzofuna ama-players that they're almost ready-made. So, inzima kakhulu Nkululeko with players la with Chippa United ngoba kunamanye aclose kakhulu ne-chairman uyabona angade wana ama-contract ilento ukuthi no sinobuhlobo izoba inkinga kakhulu ngoba amanye ama-player amamele uhambise ku-Chippa or wabe ngaphandle ku-Chippa United. It's a problem. Kuleko kuzoba nenkinga kakhulu Kevin Hunt, I don't see him. Just ukuphendula. Ukulast until December, angiboni izoba inkinga.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, sir. It's now 27 minutes past the hour, 5 p.m. Nkululeko Nkeu, Junior Khanye. We have Caswell, and we also have Steezy with Justice Chabalala. So I'll take a quick breather and listen to some of your voice notes. When we come back, we talk all things transfers.
Who has been training with Kaizer Chiefs. That guy is quality. Unlike this man, Sfiso Atlanti, no. For me, it's a big no. The other new signings, so far so good. But I think we need more attacking players.
Angibingelele kwi-Disk TV andingusimthembile Lighthousewet. Nkululeko my brother and now Junior Khanye. Ngifuna ukuphawula ngale new signing Kaizer Chiefs ne-Orlando Pirates. Sizoxela kakhulu phaa Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs ngase ngithi abantu abasayiniwe kulomfana wawancombo la asuka kwiSwallows. Bengulomfana asuka kumaZulu. Abantu singakhuluma ngabo ukuthi basayiniwe.
This is Brian Spider-Man Baloyi, and you're listening to Massive 11, Mecca of football lovers.
Hey, Nkululeko and Junior. Umandla so enhle from Witbank. Ngithanda ukukhuluma ngama-signings we-team yami Orlando Pirates ne. Ngithanda ukubonga for i-chairman to take initiative for especially ama-original position kwanda mngonyama sesiyazi sesinayo i-center back ezo-assista abohlatshwayo abojele. Ushandu angimazili kangako but is versatile. But umuntu engingambukela adlala uSinong lo obuya from Free State Stars. Muhle umfana and uzocomplementana nabo Thembinkosi Lodge, especially if uPule uzobe injured or something ngoba udlala similarity ibhola efana naka Pule.
Gerald from Polokwane. According to the Chiefs, for new signing will balance the squad, especially on the back, like likes of Ngobo is left foot will balance the back because of he can go to left wing and balance with Matoi when you go right wing, and Ngonyama will add a good value at Orlando Pirates at the back. And Gavin Hunt is Chippa United. No, that is not a good option for him. It's not a good option because of Gavin Hunt, Coach Hellenic go down. Black Leopard down. And Chiefs nearly go down. He tactics to Gavin Hunt, it is not working.
Ngicela ngithanda ukunibulisa lapho uNkululeko my brother. Ngibulise nawe Junior Khanye bhuti wami. Ngithanda ukubheka ngapha kuma signing we-Kaizer Chiefs. Starting from the back, ngibheke lapha Brendan Peterson. It's a good signing, but he comes in whereby there's a lot of competition about Kaizer Chiefs lapha. So he'll have to work hard because as prove ngizela lapha defense uNjabulo Ngcobo, defender of the season, another good signing, is a good player. Ngibheke nayo lapha yana ku defense kuno Sibusiso Mabiliso, very good left back leyana, future left back Bafana. Is a very good left back now. We competing against season campaigner Bafana Switzerland. It's a good, it will be a good competition lapha to see good middle fielder. Unange another good is a good player, but let's see if there will be more of our middle fielders are signed, but he's also a good middle fielder now. We know him from development.
Hi, this is Simba Maruma here. You're listening to Massive 11, the mecca of football lovers.
All right, welcome back to Massive 11 on Massive Metro. Nkululeko Nkeu, Junior Khanye, Justice Shabalala, and Caswell as well. Standing in for Treasy, Ufensa Pilia High, wherever you are, man, nigga. We say keep well, and I hope your family is well as well. There's a lot of people that are happy about Chiefs, but we'll talk about them a little bit later on. I think the one that happened midweek that raised a lot of eyebrows was when I kept on saying Bogezo Sanoka, Bandile Shandu instead of Bogezo Sanoka. So it was Bandile Shandu, it was Kwanda Mgonyama, Goodben Musile, and then there's Saleng, who's from Free State Stars, Orlando Pirates. But I think a lot of people were asking questions about Ukwanda. Some people are saying here on the voice note, some of the fans are saying they're happy with Ukwanda. Now, there are a couple of problems here with Ukwanda. Number one, he plays for Maritzburg United as a 19-year-old, and then he earns a move to Sundowns, step up. Udlalagoma Olympics is a step up, but it doesn't work out for him because Sundowns. He steps back to Cape Town City. It doesn't work out at Cape Town City. He steps back to Maritzburg United. Now, why would he sign for Pirates? That was some of the questions as well. What did you make of that signing in particular? Is he going to help them at the back?
The problem wonke lama signing. As it is, the Premiership now is no longer interesting. That's why it is no longer about talent, man. It's about who you know, I think. Because one Ngwenyama has failed his money. Doesn't have pace. He can't deal in a one-on-one. He had a promising career. It didn't fulfill what was expected when he was signed for Sundowns. Gule team at Cape Town City is not even playing, not even go 18. So why signing him? It's about who you know. Simple. Now I'm exposed to a lot is expected. Pirates always concede. No, me win a 2-1, 3-2, 4-3. They concede each and everything. Ulandu Tyson, a similar player. So Nkululeko ngiyaxolisa mina ulanda Tyson kuba ne problem Tyson wenza ama blunder ulanda worst person. Tyson wenza ama blunder mina I saw Tyson abantu bangamboni yaproveka. Now ulanda another a person that will give you nothing. Shandu, I've never seen Shandu Mina like honestly raising his hand for good side. No, versatile. You must know. Must recommend sitting for Bafana must say you're right wing. Even going to Europe, Mhlamen Kulmane Payaniti, Mpetu Shandu is a left wing or a central midfielder attacking was defensive. That's all. Most of the versatile and then I don't understand why must they sign him if you versatile.
Yeah, I think one of my biggest. I agree with you in many of the things that you're saying. One of my biggest concerns is that similar to Unange, uba uphakamisa isandla kuma-Respect United. Both of Ngonyama and also even Ubandile Shandu. If uphakamisa isandla and you don't rise, you can understand Umabue because he was scoring at the time. He earned the right to go to Sundowns. Undlovu, you could understand classism, no Makaringa. You earn the right to go to a bigger team, but not struggle at a smaller team and then suddenly you go to a big team.
You going to afana my business deals. I mean, Shandu. Even nalomchito buya for sisters Nkululeko, they must sign Boinzile for Pirates.
Yeah.
For me, there's no one that I ever agree with them.
Umusele is one of the best in terms of Gunama Award young players. We DSTV Premiership, Lale Baroka. He's been like young player of the season or Bam nominated. Have you seen most of him? We ask Pakamesa Sandla with Baroka.
Good point, but me the promising career. Me now kuna player ku Pirates I'm sure similar like him. The academy abela run back kuna player similar like him. Even MTC. Me akadlala simboni mfana. Ngoba labafana labadlala bekundlovu ku Pirates wenzani. Look at him. He play right back bamkhipha ilo wing back nini central in the middle you defend you attack. Manje confused kokugcina bamconfusile wena. So Nkululeko again Pirates yenze flop kuna ma signing ayi4. Yes, umfana uqinisile kune room for improvement. Has been winning awards akadlale ke simbone. I-Pirates efana national team. Pirate Chiefs Sundowns bafana ni kunzima. You need sizohlala la sizokubheka thina sibheka okuningi and is going to be a problem ngoba manje umfana le ukuthi umfana usazofuna this thing ukuthi amlinde, it's a problem. So lama signing we Pirates way for mina Nkululeko I've got the problem with them.
I'm a little bit angry because not about the players. I have nothing personal about the players, but as teams in goal unfair to in South African football. If they don't follow the logic of you must rise Stellenbosch, Pagamisa Sandlu, been 20 goals before they sign you. You can't be a bench warmer with Stellenbosch and then you go to. That's my biggest problem.
Yes, problem in Nkululeko, lose identity. Everybody in South Africa is an agent. Nyakchela mapralento ipale phansi. He's a coach's agent. Mawuthi ayibheka. Mawungamamela there's a lot of development. Mawathi umfana buya ku development. Watching him. Shama basic kwebhola usibuza ukuthi that development what does it mean? Because a lot of players they lack first touch. A lot of players they don't know when where. A lot of midfielders in South Africa they pass sideways. Highly rated badlala sideways. Lot of attackers they dribble go backwards. Okanye bahlale ngebhola phezulu kwamadolo. They don't score. They can't kick a both feet. We understand that yes, I was perfect. I'm not saying, but Nkululeko when you play for Pirates must be exceptional. Yeah. I know ukuthi my brother you can singabona ukuthi okay which unenkinga enjengale but exceptional.
Again, before we move on to other signings and some of the voice notes as well, 20 minutes before the end of the show, you look at Tyson, you look at Nyawuza, you look at Mayela. I'm sure there's another Ujele as well. I'm so sorry to forget the captain. Do you think then Ngonyama would add any value to the combination abancede somewhere where they are lacking? Because one of the voice notes was saying they needed improvement with centre back. I don't agree with Ngonyama as that improvement, but maybe let's just look at him, his ability. Uzofika avale
City. Umsayinile ukwenzani ngoba mhlambe makarise lapha besingasho ukuthi okay ubakhohlisile yabo
yeah, which I always make that argument to you. Which if you score 15 goals, like Ushalulile scored 15 goals with Highlands Park, then at least you deserve a move, and then Bangagropa in. Then we'll fail. Yeah. I know we always debate that.
Yeah. Ungwenyama ke yena wathi ezidana. Awenze ini because ku-Pirates bane flop kule position. So bringing Ngwenyama that is not playing Cape Town City uzoyenzanda. Because ulethe uTyson Hlatshwayo ushaya style of play sepakania. It's never been comfortable. Ngayitshela abantu. But he's got the height, he's got strength, heavy. Ucreate ama-foul endaweni wrong. Unenkinga yokuthi ushaye timing ibhola liphezulu liyamjumpa mina yenze foul. Another thing uTyson kusho ukuthi makadlala ne teammate yakhe abakwazi ukunderstanda noma ngabe udlala nobani uTyson doesn't look at this akubi ne understanding na whoever.
Yeah.
So expose libhakani uTyson. It's similar like ukwanda ke yena uTyson njoba ngisho abanye abantu beba debate angithi bona umuntu nakhona ne understanding yabo indaba kathi ngoba abantu abaningi bebathi no is bafana captain
I was one of those people, yeah.
Yabo but look at him. So kwanda kwenyama yena ngibuza ngaye ke west part ke ngaye benginenkinga noTyson nginenkinga yena ke that's why ngitshela ngalama signing ngine problem ngawo kakhulu.
All right, so there you go. 18 minutes left before top of the hour. You're listening to Massive Metro, Massive 11 on Massive Metro, massivemetro.com. If you can't hear us, on our Facebook, you can hear us on our YouTube, you can go to massivemetro.com. We'll listen to more of your voice notes, and then, of course, we'll take more transfers as well. Remember, it's just Orlando Pirates talking transfers, but there's been confirmation of transfers at Chiefs, confirmation of transfers at Sundowns as well.
This is
Good day. My name is Tebogo Matibe. I am from Brits, Northwest. I'm a Kaizer Chiefs supporter. I'm here to comment about the new signings. So far, so good. We never had such signings in the past season since the 2014-15 PSL season, where we won the league. I think these are the players that will be able to bring that element that was always missing in our squad. As you can see, Njabulo Ngobo is a great defender, Mabiliso and Kanti, they are also great. Nange is a very underrated midfielder. He can score from long range and he's physically strong, aerially good. So I think he will fit for Kaizer Chiefs. Given Tibeti,
Molweni ku-District TV. Mina benifuna ukubulela njenge-Kaizer Chiefs ama-signings wakhona. Otherwise ama-signing wakhona ngabantu belindelekile. Sisalindele amanye futhi nosinike umdla. Then ngize la ku-Chippa, hey Gavin if umkile lapha angazi ke abantu uChippa ufunani.
Ula lapha esitulo Massive Metro siyabulisa lapho mina ngobahle baseGomora. Bahle baseGomora Alexander. Manje ngizokhomenta ngibhakaniya bafiki. Ngibhakaniya. Asazofa ama-chest pains. Asazofa ama-chest pains. I don't mind Uganda coming there. It's a very good player. real progress ikhona but tactical ability ayikho mnandi ukwanda malisenyaweni man ukwanda kwanda malisenyaweni ayakhona ukudlala slow mangathatha umuntu ozomtake on for me he's lucky yena nabo Tyson they are lucky to playing ku-PSL because of PSL akusena tricky wingers ukona check defenders on abasekho, so it's an advantage to them. But ukwanda when it comes but nangamncanya lapha Eric amdlala defensive midfielder. Eric mangamshayisa enk beka good my respect. I don't remember which season was it, but makadlala enkara ukwanda was good dictating izinto grand kuma respect.
This is Brian Spider-Man Baloy, and you're listening to Massive 11, Mecca of football lovers.
There you go. Thank you very much. That's excellent, actually. Especially when we get to engage and talk about it deep. Not to go to we win and we lost, and that's like when we talk about tactics. I really appreciate those kind of conversations. Kwanda Ngonyama is the most talked about player in these players of Orlando Pirates, but we've just ventilated some of the issues that we had. Now, Kaizer Chiefs have just announced Uguti, they've signed a lot of the players, and one of the voice notes was saying, which, look, we expected this. And it's true. It's been rumors. Now it's official. Brendan Peterson, Sfiso Hlanti, Mabiliso, Roadblock, Unange. There's a lot of them. Khaukhelo Sekhuta back as well, given Tibedi. So let's maybe talk about that. Talk about the ones, maybe start focusing on the ones that you are questioning, and then we can go to the ones that you really appreciate seeing.
Nkululeko, ivaro ukuthi Kaizer Chiefs it's a reality. They lost the identity yabo, mina ngizoyiphinda kaningi. Baluze identity. PSL they don't have players as special anymore. Mfana lokhu ayi lo mjidi. Funeka abantu aba understand ibhola. When you talk football, you know this kungenya lene. Ngayimamela mina lo mfana is making good point. Kunomjidi osiqeda ukusend voice note wase Alex. Alo mjidi alazi ibhola. Nimconsider Nkululeko isikhathi masiya ku Disk TV.
Wena ngumuntu nemali. Consideration
Nkululeko you know mawuzo sign a player uchecka umjidi ukuthi nayo. Uchecke nokuthi what is he going to bring individually and a teamwork uzosinceda na team as a team. He's a team player individually and team player mentality is strong. Does he have individual brilliance now? Because angakhohle sibonga udlalela yena contract uyayissign u1 noma ngabe bathi udlalelani contract. So nama signing mina that I disagree. One, I disagree ngoHlanti. uHlanti well traveled defender, experienced player, a defender, tactical is poor. uHlanti ubamba ibhola more than ama midfielder. Ashama double zipper. Basic football I understand is a left back. Utholakala most of kuafi yama opponent mela makhelo bani. Team yakhe mayidlala ngoHlanti meli wazi ukuthi definitely shonzetsheka. Ama opponent azona attack eside lakhe.
What if someone says he's a modern fullback?
Ngetiming ngenamba le2 lengale bayambile lengapha ngekambe. Nenye into bamphasa ibhola ugoalkeeper mhlawumbe kanye center back or midfield wangena phakathi kuyika futhi. In most melabe ne open body basic football udevelop obanhlanti.
What if someone says he's an international Bafana?
How many games esithe adlala sa consider? Ngizobuza mina ukuthi kulela side lakhe Zambia yenzile. I've seen him many times even now Bidvest even his coach umsay bekamfuna uGavin and the problem ngamuzwa complain ngaye. So Hlanti Nkululeko I don't understand ukuthi bamsignele ukwenzani ngoba naku Bidvest manje ngimbona amagame engawadlali namagame awadlali. Kulo sorry ku Solusi kunamagame awadlala kunamagame awadlali. It tells no Gavin and ku Vets Bidvest if he had a player washo ebengabe mhlambe beline potential because umbeya ngaphandle. So uHlanti I don't understand why they sign him. Ukuthi ku Kaizer Chiefs ku Solos whereby he didn't even rise. Ngoba kasifrakile ku Solos even ngoba I don't think President Triton umuntu one understanding ye play kaHlanti yabo ipola lazo Triton you can tell. Yes it can be experience but bombono ngoba sometimes bekanobika uMahlaba ka left. Adlala ngo right Mahlaba mbeka left. So uHlanti Nkululeko tactical is poor. He can't deal nge one on one. He's more ufuna ukuthi operate side eli one lonke ayi1. Umjita unenkinga ubambhola more than ama defenders.
Another player?
Another player enginenkinga nayo mina ngesigning eKaizer Chiefs is this guy, what's his name? Unange. He went to Stellenbosch. Sometimes he didn't even make, starting 11 akasenzanga nje. Consistent in 3 games in a row, second 5-3. Didn't do it 90 minutes, no. He was more of impact player sometimes, even sitting 90 minutes.
Someone on the voice note was saying underrated Uhlanda.
Underrated Uhlanda, Nkululeko has never raised his hands. Noma ngabe underrated, uyangena nga 1 minute wenza something sibone ukuthi okay, the guy deserve a chance. Unange even Peter Vestis didn't show up whereby udlala nabo Pelembe surrounded abo no Nkululeko Unange Kaizer Chiefs to sign him is too smart ukuthi angadlaleli Chiefs umjita or he doesn't have a pick out akana something special. He cannot akakwazi. I don't think under pressure he can play. Unange is a player that pass sideways backwards. Ukuthi ngiyamuza ukhola ngama long range I don't think he can create a space for himself. Good Chiefs you needed abantu yabona uyeye compare abo Thabo. It's almost close. So Unange akafika kulela class. Chiefs are winning next, so you need Unange. If midfield yakhe ayidlali, how are you going to score? Unange, lot is expected from him. I don't think he will also under pressure.
All right, the moves that you appreciated, the guys that you rate highly, which of the players that were signed by Chiefs that you rate highly? I want us to wrap it up in Ngamanyama voice note and then quickly go to Sundowns because Sundowns announced 30 minutes before we did the show, so we don't have voice notes from Sundowns fans. Which players that you appreciated from Kaizer Chiefs signings?
One is Tawale Ungobo. Hayi ingwenya le. Ngisayiphinda mina namanje mina ngifene team edlala ibhola eligreen ngifene team ewinayo. I wish Ungobo could go to a team whereby bazoma understand. But Kaizer Chiefs good signing. Make no mistake, good signing for Chiefs. Ungobo, question ukuthi yodlana ubani. Bazomcomplimenta now. The coaching are they going to allow him to start the ball at the back. Uzodlala according to his strengths sakhe na. Okanye is gonna get injured to go work extra mile. So good signing star deserve even Bafana when he calls Ampel deserve mfana yalazi ball. Mababizele P team. Yeah. He must be captain. Another thing, another player TBAD. Umkota ujump umela Nkululeko. Le mfana second chance mawikrepa ngale ndlela. Le mfana I'm sure is then Solo successful team that much udlala nabo Chiefs boy abobani has raised kule 6 months before the season. You understand why bangamdlalisi bebaningi ukuthi bafuna ukumluza bamfihle and stuff ne.
Yeah.
But usivezile nge 6 months kule talent alazi.
Yeah, there were only a couple of games that they udlalile when they were in Glad Africa. You make a good point. And then when they came to ETS TV, he played the first couple of games and then a lot of people were saying, "Aibo, my Chiefs maim tate back lomfana." After that, remember when they defeated Chiefs 1-0, go first round. After that, I'm Fihley Swallows.
Yeah, because Gulea can be a star player. Not win of the match. Yeah, I would not win it. I remember. So him, Ungobo and TV good signing for Kaizer Chiefs. I'm sure so compliment and Ungobo. Don't know what to use about Lalisa way too short. Ungobo no TV one of you can play him defensive. Yala the ball, he can share the ball. He was master passing game short and long balls. And you support are very quick. And the more check support understand cool. So good signing for 2. Experience solos, not with South Africa champions or MTC solos. And Atlas vest. So another signing party leg 50-50. This boy Usekhota. Ubonisile amadlemises kwamanye amagame whereby they play Chippa, they play Amazulu, they play Celtics. Kunamagame ngibona ukuthi is dynamic. Umfana obviously technical is good, dynamic technical is good. It can take players on. Inkinga yakhe nginaye. Njoba ku Chiefs psychological uzoba grena. Whereby a lot is expected from him. Remember Mela fit striker. He must score, he must assist. Each and every game Mela the team something. Unpredictable. Can you play off the ball? We are what Lali want to now. Because abantu one way always it's a problem. What if there's opponent whereby going to Kaizer Chiefs joba win next isikhathi eside. Kuleko equation ukuthi umfana uzorise na. Unali talent, make no mistake, but at Kaizer Chiefs is he gonna fit uzokona ukudlala uzo observe pressure na. Unali talent but the pressure. Another player meaning such the goalkeeper I'm happy.
Brendan Peterson.
Yeah, but le Amazulu Nkululeko le bayisayinile.
Mabilis.
Good, I understand bakhuluma abantu nye beza bakhuluma ngizwile voice note even 1 or 2 ukhuluma ukuthi it's a good signing for bambonephi. Ayenzeni because under 23 not that much. Chiefs is a big brand. A lot is expected. So umfana sign up for Chiefs bambone ipadlala whereby consistency.
All right, so there you go. We'll play 2 voice notes and then we'll wrap up with some of the Sundowns signings. We have only 4 minutes left on the show. Thank you very much for being with us.
Yasha ingoma evuthayo. Basha abantu abaphakathi. Kwavusa isigubhu.
And I'm very impressed nge-signing kaNjabulo Ngcobo. As for uHlanti noMabiliso, I'm not sure ukuthi sisayina kanjani ama-left back amabili while sinawu-3 already. And I'm not a fan kaHlanti. Umchita. He is a left winger actually, akusiye left back. Bahlale benokumdribula and ucarry ibhola kakhulu but awuphitha sini nabonange. I am happy but I am very impressed kakhulu ngoNjabulo Ngcobo.
Angembekela labafethu ngilami na emahlabathini eKZN. Bafethu yangimangaza kancane, angazi mhlawumbe noma mhlawumbe mina engisele ngilibhakhaniya mina. Kodwa manje ama-signings, indaba ye-coach, kufika aboncikazi, ikusasa likaZimba alihleli kahle, asazi ukuthi ikhiphani. Uma kusayina ama-players singakazi ukuthi i-coach ubani, azosetshenziswa ubani futhi mhlawumbe azi ngiyasala leyo ndawana mangakhona ukungisiza nje kuleyo ndawana abafethu ukuthi ngempela uma uzosayina ama-player i-coach ungazi ukuthi ubani. Lama-player mase kuthiwa kutholakala i-coach azobe sedlaliswa ubani wona.
Hater, this is Renelwe Yelo Tsolonyane, and you're listening to Massive 11, the mecca of football lovers.
There you go. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much. And everyone in KZN as well. We wish you all the best in what's happening because there's a lot of turmoil where you are. Look, man, we love you. We are all South Africans. Whatever happens there, go into Abavaliwe and all that. Just know that tomorrow you have to wake up and wash your kids and take them to school. And you have to buy bread and you have to buy electricity. That's that's the basic fundamentals of the life that we live in this commercial world. That whatever we're doing there in KZN, I wish you all the best, guys, because I know some people are inconvenienced, they can't get to work. Very good question as well about the Orlando Pirates coach. Maybe we'll talk about that at some point. We only have 2 minutes. Sundowns now announcing, sorry to Sundowns fans, your team only announced 30 minutes before we did the show, so we couldn't give you the opportunity to send voice notes because we sent those voice notes messages request 2 hours before the show. There's Pavel Safranko from Slovenia, if I'm not mistaken. YouTube players, they score at close on YouTube. There is Ukran Kekana, utility player from a SuperSport, right back, centre back. There is Neo Mayema, youngster Celtic. He didn't really feature too much. And then I can't remember who else I saw on that picture. Just very quickly, just wrap up your thoughts about, do they need to sign more players? Oh yeah, Divine Lunga as well from a Golden Arrows left back. Yeah.
4 of them have got the number Slovak. I need to be honest.
You can't know them.
Yeah, I can't lie. I don't wanna lie. Slovak. These 3, no. Sundowns, they're high quality. Yeah, Ugamba goga pizza leti nyaka kakhulu. Another Brian Onyang Bolung Simida. Another Mvala bona Bonyang. Bona Bolung. Yabo. Lo mfana lo ubani Mayema from
Neo Mayema from
Celtics. Umfana was doing well for Bloemfontein Celtics. Not featured that much. Umsanele kwenza another business deal. Unokhemite Rasmus lapha. Lo mfana udlala more false number 9.
Yeah, he's central midfield, attacking midfield.
Attacking false number 9.
Yeah.
Sometimes double number 10 unobona as a why signing him as Khemite Rasmus? Replace him. Cause gonna Roma. You cannot replace Sereno with that boy. I'm sorry, so the boy is supposed to stay there and play. Simple. Sundowns, Lavante Basani, it's unnecessary. Loas Slovak, okay.
You have to see him before you know what to say.
I wouldn't lie and but these 3, I say no to them. Ulunga naye ngimbonile.
What got Divine Lunga, do you know, is that you already have Modiba, you already have Lake, Langaman is already even if he leaves, you already have 2 players as wing backs left that you are already playing.
He kicks players like aggressive kakhulu. He creates a lot of fouls. Kuma area Sundowns you need kuba ne composure. Does he ngoba technical is good, yeah. He's more of a winger than wing. Mangi check, I mean, he's more of a winger. Technical in terms of crossing, pinpoint, I can tell is good. But because Sundowns, they don't rely on crossing. You must able to play. Sometimes I must square pass. You must move with the team. It really made it back on. You understand? If you ball sometimes if I go on, you must bring it back. Is it gonna how long it will take? Is a foreign player, I understand. I don't have a problem with foreign, that is the quality. But bringing him for what? And then Lomfano Mayema coming to Sundowns, what has he done most? National team
at least to be by player of the season, Celtic, or at least score 10 goals. You must earn the right to move to a
bigger team. Question mark players. Slovakia, I don't know much. Can't comment. The 3 players. Sundowns signed ukwenzani. Yabona ukuthi sebasayina ngoba bathi iminyaka ivuliwe into beshopi ukukhuluma iqiniso. Athi I cannot ukuthi ngoba manje window period ivuliwe kumele ngihambe. Kuleko you must sign whereby we are need signing. And izokunceda you add value. Yes, noma ngabe uyafaila sithi usayina 7. You fail 2. But 5 no win. But proper assessment kuleko. I-Sundowns iklub esethi standard. Sonke sesibhekile njengoba ngishilo mina in 2 years ngeke safana. The way benza ngakhona. So lama signing lawa i3 ngizokhomenda ngawo ngoba ngazona. That's enough.
All right, there you go. We have a radio show to do. The radio show has ended. It's 2 minutes into the next show now, The Element, the hip-hop show, Aziza. We thank you so much for watching us. And also just keep in mind, we're doing a radio show for 1 hour. There's this thing, Yoguti, when we're talking on radio, it's like we are more reserved. Like, we are talking.
Yeah.
And I had to explain to people, I said, look, when we are watching matches, in matches and Opela, we are excited. And we have to do it within 10 minutes. Yeah, but with radio, you take more time, and you are more measured when you're talking. And I love this.
And it's in Nkululeko, we always aggressive. Akusukuthi mhlambe njengoba usho right, you're making a good point.
Yeah, and we have 10 minutes to shoot that video.
You understand? So we always on top. It's fun. We're always happy. Anyway, we're always happy.
There you go. Hopefully you enjoyed this 1 hour of a radio show. Don't forget to subscribe to Massive Metro on all platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and of course, massivemetro.com as well. This is where you'll find the top-class audio quality of the show. And also, we are Itiski TV on Facebook, Itiski Times on Twitter. We are all over YouTube. You know us. 2 million people watch us every month. So we thank you very much for watching and listening to this radio show. Enjoy the weekend as well.
2 minutes.